All right, we should be live. Yep, it is now live. So I'm gonna check out the actual live event.
There we go.
All right, so that's going good. All right. So welcome everyone to Little Big Gunpla Talks. Essentially a new segment that I would like to go ahead and do for all the channels out there that may not see a lot of growth or are underappreciative, underrated, and just kind of make them a little more exposed to y'all because I like a lot of different reviews. I like a lot of different types of topics or just different channels overall. And it'd be nice if you go ahead and see these different opinions on kits and not just kind of singularity, like this person or only this person I subscribe to. So the first person I'm going to be doing for this is going to be Gunplafan15. He's a very old friend of mine from back in Mississippi, and his content is amazing. And I'm going to let him, speak for himself on these different topics. But Gunplafan, if you can, just go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience.
Hey, how you doing, guys? As you said, Gunplafan15, or Shup, as a lot of my friends call me. Like you said, we met in Mississippi. We all moved away. He moved to the motherland, Japan. I'm over here in Georgia. Don't make as much content as I'd like to, but when you have a full-time 70-hour week job, it makes it kind of hard to, but I do my best.
Mm. Yeah, but it's definitely awesome to have another person that is pretty in tune with the Gunpla community. He's definitely a lot in a lot of groups, very vocal about things. And you have both Instagram, you have YouTube, you have a Facebook page. Did you have anything else?
Nah, that's all I got for right now.
Okay, so in the conclusion of the video, we'll definitely have everything in the links. But if you want to go ahead and just state what the names are, they can go ahead and look it up right now.
Okay. Well, obviously my YouTube is Gunplafan15, and I think my Instagram page should be linked with that. But it's just under my regular name, Nick Shup, and my Facebook page is the Newtype Builder. So everything should all be linked together in my description and all my YouTube videos.
All right, awesome. All right, so if y'all can definitely, go ahead and leave a follow, leave a like on his pages, and keep up to date with everything he's doing. So let's go ahead and start getting to some of the questions. I do have some questions that is written out for you, and I just want to go ahead and elaborate more about your channel, about the hobby that you're into, and essentially how you got into this hobby in particular. So the first thing I want to ask is about your channel, Gunplafan15. What is the channel overall about?
It's mainly just solely focused on Gunpla kits. Uh, every now and then, I might throw in a vlog or two, or I might review something not particularly Gundam related, but I'd say probably about 99% of it is just going to be, Gundam stuff.
Mhm. Okay.
Do reviews and, well, sorry.
Yeah, is it strictly Gundam reviews or is it anything like tutorial wise?
Yeah, I've got one tutorial. There was I had to get a titanium finish for your Gundam kits, and that's my most viewed video, I would say
Mhm.
overall. I do have more planned out. It's just every time I start to do one, I just forget to film it, so,
Mhm.
and I just start working on the kit.
Okay. Yeah, and I know sometimes things get, in the way of, trying to make the videos. You got work and family and all that. But yeah, I mean, I've seen, firsthand exactly your craftsmanship with the heavy arms Gundam that you did. When you do the kind of like heated barrel effects. So you do have a lot of great skills that I think a lot of builders would really want to go ahead and emulate. So if you can, definitely bring more of that tutorial stuff to your channel because people want to learn, and I think that's very evident when you see it in the YouTube comments. Always like wondering how this paint job is, or even the Facebook comments, like how do you
Mm.
do that? What sources do you have? So I think that's definitely something that's going to help you, propel yourself into like another phase of your channel. Is those tutorials definitely.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, with every new kit I do, I always want to try something new. Like I'll see someone do something online. I was like, you know what? I want to try that, see how it works out for me. And if it works out fine, I want to share that with everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any kind of like skills that you're perfecting right now, or you're trying to work on?
Right now, as far as painting goes, I'm trying to perfect my pre-shading.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if it's just the airbrush I had at first, or maybe I just didn't get my paint ratio right. But sometimes I don't have the steadiest hand. All those things just combine together. My pre-shading doesn't come out that well.
Hmm.
But practice makes perfect. So that's what I'm trying to go for right now for my next kit.
Okay. How many times have you done like pre-shading? Have you like worked on a full kit of pre-shade, or is it kind of you just been practicing on parts?
I practiced on a few parts, and then the first kit I did it fully on was the one for Arthur, the
Hmm.
Shin Musha Gundam.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That was fantastic, actually.
it.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, there was like a couple of spots that were you see it wasn't like a straight line; it was kind of like maybe a little bit jagged. But I think
Mm,
overall that was like your first real attempt at a full kit, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was like way better than what I would have done on my first attempt. So it's
Mm,
you definitely have the skill. I mean if you do another kit, I'm pretty sure your perfection on it is gonna be way better like than the last one.
oh yeah.
So
The next kit I'm working on now, once I get it all built up, I'm gonna break it down, paint it, and it's basically gonna be my practice run for my GBWC kit for next year.
mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to let us know what that is, that kit? Are you gonna keep it a secret for a little longer?
Well, the base. I'll just say this: the base kit is going to be the Master Grade Char's Rickdom,
Okay,
but I do plan on doing a bit of kit bashing with it. So,
gotcha. Okay, definitely interested to see that. All right. Well, it kind of brings me into another question. Essentially, like how did you get into Gunpla in general?
oh well, you got to go all the way back to the '90s for that.
Hmm.
Back when Wing came on TV and they heavily promoted not only the anime but also the toy line, because that's what they called it at the time, was action figures.
Hmm.
So, I saw that. I was like, I want to get into that. So, I got a couple of the old '90s high grades, or I think they were no grades at the time. And
Some of them, yeah, some of them were no grades, but I think like some of the 1 in 100s were definitely high grades.
yeah, so got into those. And of course, there was no number removal or anything like that. I just clipped them out,
Hmm.
pieced them together, played with them, broke them. And then for a good long while there, I didn't even bother building. And then it wasn't until maybe about 5 or 6 years ago I picked it back up
Hmm.
and just started going from there.
Okay. All right. So yeah, pretty much I've seen like the kind of the kind of kits you build, you really stick to more of like the enemy mobile suits, preferably like Xeon, right?
No?
Well,
Think you're thinking of Arthur.
oh yeah, it is Arthur, huh? Oh yeah, you do have more
Yeah,
main protagonists. I kind of sworn you had
yeah.
like a lot of Char stuff.
I've started to get more because I at some point I realized, I only have good guy suits. I need to get some
Mm.
some some enemy stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
All right. Well, yeah. So you do have some. Oh yeah, you do have like the freedoms. I forgot about those. But you do have
yeah,
Providence. That's an enemy.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what are some of your kind of like insights on the future for your channel? Like, what are you trying to do moving forward?
Well, I've realized that pretty much everyone out there will do reviews on every kit, and so once I realized that, I was like, you know what, I need to find a new direction on what to do. So I think moving forward, what I want to do is do more tutorial videos, and also kind of when I do my reviews, to do my reviews of either painted kits that I've done
Mhm.
or specialty kits that aren't widely available to everyone, kind of like the one I'm doing now, the master grade special coating tall geese.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's reviewed the regular one. Nobody out there has done anything with the special coating. So, stuff like that I can probably do.
Okay. Yeah, like when I look at a lot of different channels, because I subscribe to like Paint on Plastic, Lincoln's channel, and his channel is primarily all tutorial based, like how to do this, how to do this, and those videos like rack up high view counts. But I go there not just like oh let me look at this. It's more like, hey, I want to better my craft, and that's why those videos are getting so many high views. And I know if you get into that, especially with the smaller things like the little weather, the Tamiya weather sets, even if you just do those, trust me, like I've seen guys, and I was looking at weather E. I think E was the one that has like the burning red and like the blue on it. And I was like what can I use for these? And I went to the channel and I saw the video and it had like over 300,000 views. And like people are just looking at this one weather set. So I say definitely if you can, anything involving the Gunpla community, a tutorial based on like what kind of brushes to use for hand painting. Should you use a big brush for big parts, or what kind of small brushes should you use for detailing? Those type of things, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna like just skyrocket when it comes to like view counts, subscribers, and people being more immersive in your content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do plan on doing that. I've also noticed like there's a lot of times when you go to search for something, if you don't type in the keyword exactly what it should be, you'll never find what you're looking for. So I kind of want to try and make stuff more easily accessible to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Any kind of like current projects right now, non GBWC, but anything you're really working on right now?
Like I said, right now I'm finishing up the decals on the master grade tall geese special coating, and then after that, I'm working on the P Bandai master grade GM dominance. That's the kit I'm gonna, that's the kit I'm gonna practice all my paint stuff on for my GWC kit. GBWC kit, sorry.
All right, that's pretty dope. So what colors are you painting the dominance in?
It's pretty much going to be the same color scheme, just maybe lightly shades, lighter shades of the colors.
All airbrush, right?
Yeah, all airbrush, and I'm going to practice a chipping effect. I'm going to have underneath all the paint is going to be a layer of silver gunmetal, because the way I see it, like once chipping occurs, obviously there's bare metal underneath all the paint. So you'll have the titanium looking crap underneath it. We're doing that with a full weathering everywhere with those weathering sets that you sent me. I'm gonna put those to use.
Okay. So I think that's like rust and multi-black.
Yeah, it was a multi-black, ground brown, and stain brown.
Oh, stain brown. Okay. Yeah, like those things are like godsends. Like if you don't want to like use your own kind of lacquers or acrylics and like water them all down to do that, I mean these are just quick, accessible tools. So I got into those because I forgot the YouTuber's name. It was like a very obscure YouTuber that I don't think really makes content anymore, but he made a couple of videos about that, and I was just like, man, I need to get my hands on these items. So I went out and found them, and I was like, oh, these things are like phenomenal. They do wonders, even for like straight builds, because the what was it, the Gusan Rebake or Bake? That thing was just a straight build, but yet it looked kind of painted because of like the weathering that you use on it. So like
when you put the wash over it, it changes everything.
Absolutely. So maybe that'd be a good idea for you to, whenever you're doing your GM dominance, maybe every step that you're taking with it, when it comes to like the painting, the chipping, the weathering, maybe make an individual video on that.
Oh yeah, that's what I plan on doing. It's basically gonna how I have it planned set up. Just gonna show it off just straight built, and then cut to me breaking it all down, painting it, and detailing everything. So
All right.
instead of having multiple videos, just kind of have it all in one.
Okay, that works. All right. Let's see. So, kind of rewinding a little bit with the channel. What got you into wanting to start a YouTube channel?
Well, I really don't know, honestly. I mean, I had been thinking about it for a while, and when I originally thought about it, it wasn't even going to be about Gunpla or anything. I thought about just doing like a regular vlogging channel, just about my life. And because at the time, the job I worked for, I got to travel a lot. I thought, why not film it and upload it?
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, well, I should make it a bit more personal. So that's something I really like to do. Ah, Gundams. We'll do that.
All right, that's pretty dope. What was your first review? Was it the Epion?
The first review would I think it was actually the Destiny.
Oh yeah.
The Destiny was the first one because I couldn't remember if it was either the Destiny or the Kshatriya.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't reviewed I haven't even built that. I think the Kshatriya was my very first video.
It was your unboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You haven't even built that.
No, I haven't, and I got all the paint to do it, all the stuff I wanted to do. I was actually going to build it for the competition back at Jack's.
Oh yeah.
But then if I saw you were building yours, so I was like, screw it, I'll just build it later.
Yeah. Oh god, memories of that Jack's competition still irritates me at times.
Oh yeah, very triggering.
Yeah, for context, we basically had a local hobby shop that did a lot of Gunpla events. Some of it was organized, some of them not so much. But we had one where you would go there with your kid, and they would take a couple of photos of it. They would post it on their page, and the people who won had like the most likes. So like me and him, we would usually be like pretty tied up. Arthur would be in there as well. And then you'll have like some odd guy that we've never seen before get like 3 times the amount that we would get, just because like they usually say, hey, friends. Yeah, if you have like more buddies, you're like, hey, go like my stuff, go like it. And some of them was even like straight builds that was up there.
And they were horrible straight builds.
Yeah.
They still won.
I mean, Gunpla is freedom and all, but when we work very hard on our kits, painted, weathering, chipping, and then a guy just like a straight build SD Gundam. We're like, how is this beating us? No, it was the freedom, I think. There was a freedom that had like a tree.
Yeah.
I think that one beat us. It was a complete straight build. It was a no grade 1/100 straight build.
Yeah.
With stickers.
No, the one that pissed all of us off was the it wasn't the Shia Quant. It was that other bug looking one that came after that. Or maybe it was G-Portant. It was a G-Portant.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was some triggering times.
Yeah, it was.
All right, so next thing I want to ask is just some of your favorite kits that you've built over the years, whether they're the ones that you've reviewed or not, but just some of the kits that kind of like made you say, I want to keep building Gunpla, and these kits are like the definitive reasons why.
Well, the Tall Geese, I didn't even realize it was going to be as fun to build as it was. I mean, it's a master grade, but it was extremely simple.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, like, I got it built in 2 days. Normally, master grades take me a lot longer to do.
Yeah.
That was probably one of my favorite kits. The one before that, the High New Influx. That was real fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has like a buttload of accessories.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does. More than it would ever need.
Mm-hmm.
And the Epion, obviously, was probably my favorite. and close to that would be the Destiny.
Okay.
Those are my top suits.
Awesome. Wait, did you paint the Destiny or no?
No, I didn't paint the Destiny. I just put a gloss top coat over it.
Okay, but you just like kind of like the engineering behind it.
Yeah,
Oh.
I like all the gimmicks and all the effect parts that you got with it.
All right, definitely. All right. Well, I'm kind of like pretty much at the end. Do you have anything, any questions or any kind of comments you definitely like to bring up? Anything else you want to talk about?
Not really off the top of my head. I mean, I do like that you're doing this for everybody. I certainly appreciate it for myself. So, thank you for that.
Not a problem. Hopefully, you know, all the people that's watching this, I definitely want y'all to go ahead, check out his channel. There's a lot of things that you can learn from his channel, especially with some of the tutorials that he had with like the metallic paint. It was a metallic or just super gloss or chrome.
Yeah, it was I think it was titled "How to Get a Titanium Finish."
Yeah, titanium finish. So I actually watched it, and that's how like I got a lot of advice when I was building my Phoenix. So like you do like the gloss black, and then that's when you do like the titanium, and then you do a clear color over it.
Yeah.
So I didn't do the clear. I didn't do the clear color. It was a solid gold, and it still came out brighter than if I put it on like just a normal prime part. But next time I know use clear gold or clear yellow to get that effect.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if they make a clear gold. I've never seen that.
None of I. People just use clear yellow.
They'll probably throw like a smidge of like clear black in there to darken it up a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, definitely looking forward to the rest of your content. I know you've been having a little bit of a little dry spell, but like you do have a lot of projects in the works. So if people just subscribe, ring the bell on his channel, so that way when he does start posting all these like tutorials and videos, you can be one of the first ones to check it out on his channel, and you'll learn something. So it's definitely if you are of a beginner kind of status or even intermediate, definitely looking at his channel, he has evidence that he has a skill set to teach you things that you may not know right now. But if you don't have anything else, we can go ahead and conclude. So
I do have one thing left to add. We'll be seeing each other in Japan next year.
Yeah, be the biggest collaboration in Gunpla history.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, just make sure Arthur comes, because like I don't think Arthur's saving that money yet.
I hope he is. Every time I talk to him, he always says he's in financial issues.
I told him I'll help him. I'll help him with like a few hundred if you can come out here. But let's shoot for November next year.
I can try. I mean, I do get I get 2 weeks off in the summer. So.
Okay. I mean, the summer will be fun too. The GBW, the Japanese held in November, and then the World Finals are held in December. So it's like we could probably like plan it out to where we can go and at least witness the Japan finals.
That'd be cool.
So,
I do want to go to the Gundam base.
Yeah. Oh, dude. So it's amazing. Like I was actually in Gundam base last time for at least like I think about 5 hours straight. Like I was watching the live stream on YouTube that they do, and I was just kind of like chilling around. They have like a little building area. They have a painting area with like airbrushes and spray booths. So you can just go there and paint Gunpla and all that.
Nice.
But other than that, definitely appreciate everyone in the chat that came out. I know it's kind of like spontaneous. I didn't really do much of planning, so I'll get better with this in the future. Other than that, definitely appreciate Gunplafan15 for coming out and chatting. And other than that, guys, I'll be seeing all y'all in the next interview, and I'll be seeing you, Shup, in the Facebook Messenger.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. I'll be seeing y'all later. Bye-bye.
All right, then.